All right, here we go. Two burly boys played Pokemon in their youth. One had to grow up, the other stayed true. Now the large grown-up child can name all of them, but the other guy probably 510. Now what can they do? Why don't they review? Now I'll talk about them till we die.
Die? Welcome everybody, I'm Frank.
And I'm Joachim.
And this is your
Certified Poke-Moment,
where we feature and talk about one Pokemon evolution line every single week.
Today's featured Pokemon is...
We've done him before.
Alright, roll again. It was Seismitoad.
Ting-Lu.
Its name is Ting-Lu.
Ting-Lu.
Wow. You know,
oh boy.
It gotta be said, I wasn't a fan of the, what are they called? Abomination beasts?
The
Evil
ruin, the
catastrophes?
ruin trio.
The ruin
right?
trio, yeah.
Isn't that them?
I remember a goldfish, and I remember a tiger, and then there's the other ones.
Yo, come on, the snail's pretty cool.
No, he's
Isn't
not.
that Wo-Chien?
Sure. See, and that's the other thing. Their names weren't, like, funny...
You were really impressed that their names were all, like, Chinese,
I mean, I
cool.
bet... At least for Chen Pao. Chen Pao is the only one I remember because I ran him in a deck.
True. Out of the four, I think either the snail or the goldfish are my favorite, design-wise. The goldfish is really cute. I think the snail is really unique. Chen Pao, I can appreciate. I also run him in a deck. Not a lot of him, but there's like at least one Chen Pao. I'm not a big fan of Ting-Lu.
What? I don't even know what Ting-Lu's thing is. Is Ting-Lu the bowl?
Ting-Lu's the bull with the bowl.
It's a bull with a bowl? I thought it was a moose with a bowl.
Doesn't matter what the dirt is. He is the bowl.
Okay.
They're all just their weapons. I don't know, just design-wise, I think he's the most boring.
He's so boring.
I don't care for him too much, guys. But you know what? We're still gonna talk about him for, God willing, an hour, but it'll probably be less.
We'll see where we get out. Maybe there'll be a lot of lewd fan art that I get to gawk at.
People love drawing frickin' inflated Ting-Lu, don't you know?
I'm trying to even think of how to turn Ting-Lu kinky.
Someone's
drinking out of his bowl. He's like, oh, stop.
You just give him boobs. That's all you gotta do.
Ting boob.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, that's actually the end of the episode, guys. You don't need to do any more than that. All right. Ting-Lu is a dark and ground type Pokemon, and he is known as the Ruinous Pokemon. And his cry sounds like this. Yeah, that goes hard. That's great.
Going from like Gen 3, what was the last episode?
Gen 3, yeah.
Going from Gen 3 cries, or anything pre like Gen 4.
Yeah.
The cries are just kind of like
whatever.
Pixelated.
They're just machine noises.
I'm glad Pokemon is finally giving cries that like sound like a thing.
Yeah. And to be fair, they've been giving cries that sound like a thing for the last like decade, but like I don't know, I think they just keep getting better and better. Yeah. You can't argue that like most of the Paldea Pokemon's cries aren't great, you know. Obviously, there's going to be a few outliers.
I can't even remember any of the cries, really.
What about your Crocodile?
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, his cry is pretty unique.
I like Skeletor. It's kind of like a low bellow. That's nice.
What does it sound like?
I don't know. I can't remember.
And what about the cat? Does it go like meow? Really?
No, I'm not. I don't think it's an actual meow, but I think it's meow adjacent.
Oh, Meowawana. Remember, we could have had Meowawana or something.
Yes, everybody was always calling Sprigatito Weed Cat. Alrighty, guys. Well, since this is just one Pokemon, let's read a little extra information from this guy. You know, if you want to hatch him from an egg, it takes 6,400 steps.
Are you
and 50 cycles.
Stop. No.
Its experience growth is 1,250,000 points, and it's considered slow.
Okay, can we do like type? What's its type? Yeah.
I already said its type.
I know you said its type, but say it one more time.
Instead of that, I'm going to read its effort
so then
value.
We can go to its weaknesses.
It gives you 3
this
defense
is insane,
points.
Frank. You're insane. You can't stretch the time out. What are its weaknesses?
Yes, so
that's the type.
Dark Ground is a fairly unique type. The only other Dark Ground type I can think of is Crocodile. So
okay.
there could be others, and I'm just forgetting.
Crocodile, an objectively cooler Pokemon.
Yes, much cooler. I can't wait for the Crocodile episode. Weaknesses. We have it's weak to water, grass, ice, fighting, bug, victory, huge victory for bug there, and fairy. And it's resistant to poison, rock, ghost, and dark. So a few more weaknesses than resistances, but that is what it is. Jokum, for Pokedex entries, shall I read Scarlet and you Violet?
Yeah.
Those are our games of choice. Scarlet, the fear poured into an ancient ritual vessel has clad itself in rocks and dirt to become a Pokemon. It's just the spirit of fear.
Boo.
I kind of like the lore for the Vessels of Ruin. They're pretty cool.
It slowly brings... This is from Violet, if it wasn't glaringly obvious. It slowly... I hate these Invisalign so much. Violet. It slowly brings its exceedingly heavy head down upon the ground, splitting the earth open with huge fissures that run over 160 feet deep. Okay.
If it can't learn Fissure, I'm going to be upset now. Now, because it is a Vessel of Ruin, they all have a slightly different ability. Hold on, I'm sorry. This guy has the ability Vessel of Ruin. The other Ruin Pokemon all have different ways of saying it. Like, for example, Chi-Yu, the goldfish, he is Beads of Ruin. That's his ability.
Okay.
So, I don't know what else to call him as a trio. I guess just the Ruinous Pokemon. Quartet.
The Ruinous Quartet.
The Ruinous Quartet. Those of Ruin. But yes, Ting-Lu's ability is
Ruin rather than preservation.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, they never say preservation?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I just know there's something called Ruin.
Oh, okay.
Vessel of Ruin. The power of this Pokemon's Ruinous Vessel lowers the special attack stats of all Pokemon except itself by 25%. It is also not affected by other Vessel of Ruin abilities. Did you just zone out during that whole thing?
I have zoned out. What?
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta read it again.
Is it only useful against each other?
No.
Okay, say it one more time.
The power of the Pokemon's Ruinous Vessel lowers the special attack stat of all Pokemon except itself by 25%.
So each of the Ruinous Vessels, Ruinous whatevers, have different, like, one will affect special attack, one will affect
attack, defense, and special defense.
All right. Glad I zoned back in.
In competitive, those abilities are really useful for, like, dealing more damage to your opponents. I think it might also lower your partners, but I don't think that's the case, because then why would you use it? Because then your partner's just getting killed.
Maybe you use another Ruinous thing.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't. They just throw, like, Chan Pao on their team. And not, they don't have, like, multiple.
Maybe they have one that, like, if it lowers your special attack, but you're a physical attacker, or your other Pokemon's a physical attacker, then
true.
Then it doesn't matter as much.
But I'm pretty sure Chan Pao is like the special defense one. No, it's defense.
Chan Pao is a physical attacker, right?
Yeah, I mean he's gotta be. Yeah.
So then so it lowers. So with the with Chen whatever with Ting-Lu is he lowers the special attack, right? So does that mean he has does he have a higher or lower special defense?
Ting-Lu?
Ting-Lu. Can we do abilities now? Because I'm wondering if his whole shtick is that it's really
abilities.
No, sorry. What's the other one?
Stats.
Yeah. Because if his ability is to lower the special attack, does that mean either A, he can afford to have a lower special defense, or B, he has a higher special defense, making it like cool, like what do you call it? Like
making him even bulkier.
He's either a really bulky special defender, or he covers his weak special defense by that, and then the other stats can be risen.
That is a very good question. Let's go ahead and look at the stats. Yeah. Wow. All right. Base stat total of 570. HP 155. Huge. You were zoning off again.
No, I was literally thinking about strategies.
Yeah. 155 HP. 110 attack, 125 defense, 55 special attack. Terrible.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't need it.
80 special defense.
Oh,
so it's not great.
It is the... But, okay, because he's lowering the special attack, he can afford to lower special defense.
Yep.
So
now more of those stat points that could have gone into special defense can now go into defense.
I like that. So
I
now...
like that too.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then speed is 45. He's a slow boy. But he has a giant bowl on his head,
he doesn't
so
need
I'm
to be
not
a fast
surprised.
boy.
Yeah, so that's really cool how the stats like work in tandem with their abilities. Game Freak's putting effort into these Pokemon at least. Cool. That is cool. I guess now we can talk about move sets. See what kind of good moves he can use. Because he is like an evil, ruinous vessel and all that, an evil spirit technically, he gets fun moves that correspond with that, like Mean Look and Spite. That's pretty cool. Payback.
Did we do... Oh, yeah. I was thinking, like, we did so few Pokedex entries.
Yep.
I was hoping that there were earlier games, but he's new, so...
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we get.
All we get are the 2 entries.
That sucks. I want to know more.
Yeah, I think the lore on these Pokemon are all very interesting, and I know you never would have done this, but in Scarlet and Violet, you can go back to the Academy and talk to one of the professors. The professor has the infinite-haired Twitch, and she'll tell you all about the ruinous vessels, and if you bring them to her, I think you trigger some sort of, not like interesting cutscene, but like dialogue. You get some more dialogue with her. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed learning more about them, but all that information is gone now. Out of my brain.
Oh, okay.
Out of my brain. Because I am forgetful. Oh, it gets Whirlwind. That's right. I mentioned this maybe in the last episode, but I watch a lot of Then We Fight videos on YouTube from the Pokemon YouTubers, and every single time Ting-Lu uses Whirlwind, I'm always like, where does that come from?
Bowl.
Yeah, I guess.
He scoops up the wind and whirls it around in his bowl.
Oh, man. Dark Pulse at level 40, Stomping Tantrum at level 45, and then at 50, he gets the 4 Ruin Quartet's Pokemon signature move. What a funny way of saying all that. Ruination. It is a special dark type attack that does question mark damage with 90 accuracy.
But what does it do?
The user summons a ruinous disaster. This cuts the target's HP in half.
Oh.
So that's why it doesn't do any set damage. It'll just always... So it's like Super Fang. It's like a dark type Super Fang.
So let's say you were at 50% health. You would cut down to 25% health?
Yes.
Oh, all right, cool.
So on and so forth. It can like... I don't think it can knock a Pokemon out unless you're at 1 HP.
Okay.
And then I think it still knocks them out, but... Super Fang and Ruination are great moves to use as like your first move to cut them down to half immediately. And I'm talking maybe in competitive when you don't think your attack is gonna like actually do more than half. Cuts the opponent's HP in half.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's the same thing as Ruination.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And then after that you get things like Rock Slide, Earthquake, and there it is, the last move he can learn, Fissure. Oh. All is right with the world.
Okay, good. That's a certified Poke moment.
It is a good certified Poke moment at that, which is not rare, but doesn't happen as often as you think. And then as far as TMs go, we have Takedown, Bulldoze. I'm trying to look for more interesting things here. Hex, I guess, is interesting. Zen Headbutt will be pretty good on him. Body Slam, Rock Slide, Body Press. All right, if you get your defense raised a bit higher, that'd be pretty good, because you already have a pretty high defense. I'll just read exactly what the move does. Physical fighting type attack that does 80 damage with 100 accuracy. The user attacks by slamming its body into the target. The higher the user's defense stat, the greater the damage this move deals.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and he already has a pretty high defense, so if he can learn like a defense-raising move too... There's Heavy Slam. Okay, so that has to do with weight, and he is very heavy. Stone Edge, Lash Out. I'm not seeing anything that raises your defense, though, which sucks. Yeah. Oh, well. And that's it. He can't breathe. There's no, like, egg moves or anything. That's Ting-Lu.
Strategies.
Yeah, so for strategies.
We're not, again, disclaimer, we're not professional.
No,
we're not
no.
good.
We don't
like
play
them.
competitive or anything.
But like, if you wanted to somehow have a Ting-Lu in one of your playthroughs,
yeah, just like a regular normal playthrough, even though you can't get him until post game. I don't think.
yeah, use him in a DLC.
Yeah, use him in the DLC. A lot of physical attacks. He's dark ground, so I would definitely teach him Earthquake. That'd be great. I'm trying to think of like the strongest physical dark move he gets. It might just be Throat Chop. It is a physical dark type attack that does 80 damage with 100 accuracy. The user attacks the target's throat, and the resulting suffering prevents the target from using sound-based moves for 2 turns. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's not.
What's a metal sound? Is that a sound based?
No, I mean hyper voice is can be
Common?
pretty common. I
What does
think
hyper voice do?
it's just normal
Damage?
type sound attack.
Oh, okay.
It is like 70 or 80 damage though, so that's pretty good. It's popular on like Farigiraf, I've seen.
Okay.
Sparkling Aria, Primarina's signature move, sound based attack. You wouldn't want it using its water type attack against you being a ground type, you know?
All right.
There you go. Perfect opportunity to use Throat Chop. And then beyond that, its move pool really isn't that deep. Zen Headbutt. I'll do Zen Headbutt and Body Slam. That way, you know 4 different types of attacks. You got some decent coverage. Zen Headbutt helps with the fighting types, coming for your dark typing. That's what I would do if I was using this guy in like a playthrough. Lash Out might also be a pretty decent dark type attack. Physical, 75 damage with 100 accuracy. The user lashes out to vent its frustration toward the target. This move's power is doubled if the user's stats were lowered during this turn. So like, instead of doing 75 damage, it would be doing, what is that, 150?
Yeah, that's really good.
That's really good. So get them to like send out their Intimidate Pokemon. And then even though your attack stat gets lowered, it's still doing twice as much damage, so it won't even matter.
But then you have to know that they're gonna be like be sending out a Pokemon that'll reduce one of your stats.
Yes, that's true. Or
Kind of situational.
You could, if this was a double battle, you could have your partner Pokemon lower your special attack, and then you lash out. Yeah, that might be.
Are there
move.
moves that lower a lower Pokemon special attack but raise one of their other stats? Like it lowers their special attack by 2 stages and then raises one of their things by 1 stage.
I don't know about lowering special attack to raise a different stat. I mean, I know there are moves like shoot, I just had it. Oh, Shell Smash. It'll lower your defense but raise your attack and speed. But
because I'm like that'd be a cool move to use on them. Like, your partner uses a move on you.
Yeah.
Like, normally is a move you use on an opponent. Like, it lowers 2 stages but raises 1 other.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I genuinely wouldn't even know where to start looking for something like that. But that'd be interesting. It'd be a good strategy. I'm thinking, like, what's a easy move that lowers special attack? I think Charm is physical attack, so I wouldn't do that. But there's got to be something. There's got to be something out there. Do you want to see if this guy's shiny?
Sure.
Boring. What's so sucky to me about the shiny forms of these guys? Their vessel or their beads
doesn't change.
Doesn't change, even though that's supposed to be the actual Pokemon.
Yeah.
Why does your dirt change color?
Well, does Kamala change color or does its wood
It's
change?
log.
Yeah, that's another stupid thing.
It is stupid. It's
very stupid.
So stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's just mildly like grayish green now.
Big stupid dummy moment. What color was shiny Chien-Pao?
Black.
Black. Oh, okay.
It was cool.
That's cool, yeah.
Let me go show you that just to remind you what it looked like.
Yeah, shiny Chien-Pao is cool, but it's still the swords aren't.
Swords don't change. The sword doesn't change, which is
it's
unfortunate.
one sword.
Oh, you just spit on my hand.
I spit on his hand.
Wow. Ugh. I feel dirty.
You might want to get that checked out later.
Yes, it's one sword. It's like broken in half.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. My favorite shiny, which I won't show you yet, is the fish. The fish has a really good shiny.
Is it blue?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You've probably seen it, yeah. Joachim, if you could give this Ting-Lu an alternate form, what exactly would you be wanting to do?
It's just a bowl. It has fruit in it. It's a fruit bowl.
You just get rid of the moose?
It's dark and ghost type, and it's got it's a big bowl, and it's got like phantom fruit in it. Oh no, it's dark and grass type, and it's ghost in the. I want it to be kind of like haunted, like, oh, the fruits are floating, and like it's got fruit in it that make up its eyes.
Oh,
you look in the giant fruit bowl, and it's like there's fruits there's like a banana for a smile, but the banana can be upside down for a frown, and then like big like a half melon, and then like a star fruit for its eyes, like a melon cut in half, or a lemon cut in half for one eye, and then a star fruit for the other eye.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I like it. So you're just getting rid of the dirt moose altogether.
Yeah, no more dirt moose. It's now a bowl of fruit. Dirt moose bowl of fruit. I can't ad lib the rest of it.
That's fairly obvious.
Yeah, it was fairly obvious.
So, my thought process was, what if Pokemon accessed the multiverse?
Okay, all right.
And it was like all of the vessels swapped types. So you had a Ting-Lu that was fire type, and it was like maybe a lava moose with the bowl just kind of like floating on top of it and everything, and it's like rocking around like it's on waves. And then this kind of breeds into the other ones too, but you could have like a dark grass goldfish, and it could be like the leaves are just constantly like flying off of it, and again the leaves are like rotating around like what happens in nature sometimes, and the wind picks them up and everything. I think there's cool stuff you can do with that. With a snail would end up at that point having to be like ice, and again same deal. He's just made of snow now, and the snow once again is just whipping around.
A big pile of snow with a little snail.
Yep, big pile of white.
And then what about the cat?
The cat would end up being ground. And
it's a big pile of dirt, and it's a cat.
Yeah,
I like the moose though. The moose is cool.
The moose ends up being the coolest one. And after that, even though he's the most lamest now,
I don't know. It could be a dirty cat.
Just a dirty cat. Yeah, but beyond that, I don't know, because if you do something to one, you're probably gonna have to do something to all of them.
Yeah,
which I think we probably said in Shan Pao's video.
Maybe.
What if I had the exact same idea in Shan Pao's video? Oh no! What if I just repeated myself?
No, I mean, but that would just be an extension of the same idea.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we're talking about a different Pokemon now.
You're okay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'll spit on your hand again.
Please don't. I'm diseased enough as it is.
The burn mark is still there.
It is. It hurts.
That was the sound it made. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Alternate forms.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the part where we look at merch?
We got to talk about trivia first.
Oh no!
How do you possibly forget trivia?
Boo!
3D Squilt enjoying the podcast. There's just not much to say about these guys. I don't know. They're too new. Well, then again, there are some new Pokemon
it's
we
not
can
new.
talk about for
it's
forever.
A moose.
That was terrible. Ah! Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts so bad. All right, trivia. Oh, there's not. Oh, decent amount. Okay. All right, here we go, Betty. Ting-Lu and the other treasures of Ruin are the first Pokemon whose base stats were adjusted via a patch to the game.
That sounds familiar.
You remember us reading that?
I'm just saying it sounds familiar.
Would you have been able to quote that to me?
I don't know.
I'm
just saying it sounds familiar.
Out of the treasures of Ruin, Ting-Lu was
the most boring.
only one to have a base stat increased during the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 1.01 version patch. However, Ting-Lu still suffered an overall base stat decrease by 10 points like the rest of the treasures of Ruin.
Oh no. 10 points doesn't seem
I wonder why they took him away, though. Because they were just a little too strong?
Maybe.
Running rampant and competitive, maybe?
But it's only 10 points.
Yeah. Must have just been taking it away from their most dominant stat.
I guess. Well, Ting-Lu's is a defense? Is that their most dominant?
It was either... Yeah, I think it was defense. Yeah. It was 125. I don't know what it could have been. I don't know why they would have taken 10 points from attack. I don't know. The world may never know. I certainly don't. I just almost opened up Instagram. That would have been bad. I have
It would have started playing noise.
Probably would have started playing noise.
It would have played all those car crash fatalities that you watch all the time.
Hey, listen. When Instagram, one day just decided to play me nonstop murder and death videos the other day, yeah, I did see a lot of that. I saw this guy walk up to a woman and a man in a casino and shoot them both in the back of the head.
Jeez.
It was so bad.
Instagram is the wild one. I gave up on Instagram.
Yeah.
Years ago, I think at this point. But people still show me when Instagram
Yeah, we still send
I can still view
memes and
Instagram
reels.
videos. Instagram is insane.
It is. It is. And Instagram had to come out and apologize, hey, we're sorry that you guys got all these graphic videos out of nowhere. We don't know what happened.
Oops.
They might have just blamed a hacker or something. I don't know. I didn't even read the whole
It could also be that their algorithm just picked up, someone figured out how their algorithm worked and was like, I can pepper this with Frank just pulled a
long hair
out of my beard. How did that get there?
You have long hair.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the algorithm peppered it with sin and death and murder and
Speaking
gore.
of sin, are we still reading this trivia?
Yes, origin. Ting-Lu seems to be based on various species of the deer family, such as the moose, the elk, and the Pierre David's deer? What the heck? Whoa. Oh, it looks like a reindeer. Wow, how regal looking.
I guess.
What do you mean you guess?
Yeah, it's fine. Its hair looks a little bit
matted?
patchy. Yeah, matted.
I don't know. Oh my gosh. It's extinct in the wild?
Oh, where was it native to?
Geez, yeah. Also known as the Milu, which is Chinese.
Oh, it's in China.
Yeah, it links
that's
back
cool.
to Ting-Lu.
Okay,
Or elephant is a species of deer native to the subtropical river valleys of China. Yep. Wow. And the picture I showed you was taken at Woburn Deer Park in Bedfordshire, England.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's they don't exist in the wild anymore, but they still exist in nature parks. Extinct in the wild is directly next to extinct. Period. This thing is so close to being extinct.
I wonder if there's enough left to bring them back.
Maybe.
Without
there's 3 in this picture.
Yeah.
So wow, that's really sad. Whenever the Bulbapedia trivia always brings us to an animal, I'm always so interested to see if they're extinct or not.
Yeah.
If they're extinct, but how close to extinct they are. That's so sad. Okay, and then it says the latter of which is native to China. Yeah. In particular, the cracked vessel on its head appears to be based on the broad. That broad over there. On the broad palmate antler of the Eurasian elk. Given the Pokédex's reference to its remarkably heavy head, it may also be based on the Irish elk. An extinct cervid. Oh, the giant elk with the huge antlers. Oh my, those antlers are insane.
We've been robbed. It would have been so cool to see.
You would have followed its tracks.
Frank, that's an ass pull. That is an ass pull of a
It
reference.
is not an ass pull of a reference. Guys,
have you told the story before?
I don't think so. There was a time when Joachim and I and a bunch of our friends were all in Norway together. Joachim's home country.
Yeah.
And we were hiking through these snowy mountains, and the snow was already packed really high. It was up to our our calves, our knees. Then all of a sudden we're trudging through waist deep snow, and we're like, Joachim, you're at the front, you're kind of leading the way. Are we still on the path? What's going on? He's like, oh no, I've been following these moose tracks for the last quarter mile. And we're like, what do you mean? I'm trying not to yell because it's gonna blast your ears out, but we're all like, dude, what do you mean you've been following moose tracks instead of the path?
The moose probably knows where it's going.
The moose would have gored us.
You can't gore us if it doesn't have antlers.
It would have had antlers and it would have gored us.
I don't know about that. It was midwinter.
Oh my gosh, it's one of the funniest stories from that trip, among many others, but I can't just sit here and tell you all the stories from Norway to pad out the runtime of this freaking show, but gosh, that was so funny. And that did have to do with the Pokemon because he's kind of moose adjacent. What the heck was I saying? Yeah, the extinct cervid known to have carried the largest antlers of any known deer. The overall design of Ting-Lu may also refer to Chinese stone sculptures along sacred ways to tombs and mausolea, as well as deer stones in the Eurasian steppe. Deer stones? Oh. Deer?
See, that's what I was following deer stones.
No, you weren't. You were following moose tracks. You're going to kill us all. Deer stones, sometimes called deerstone Kyrgyzstan complex.
Huh? Where is this?
Right there.
Oh.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
luck.
no, that was Frank. That was I have no idea how to say that, so your attempt's as good as mine.
In reference to neighboring Kyrgyzstan tombs are ancient megaliths carved with symbols found mainly in Mongolia and, to a lesser extent, in the adjacent areas of Siberia. Oh, wow. 1,300 of the 1,500 deer stones found so far are located in Mongolia. That's a lot. There's a lot of deer stones. Ah, there it is.
Oh, whoa.
It does have kind of like
cool.
an antler-ish pattern. That's really cool. Wait.
Yeah, that's cool.
The deer stones are part of a pastoral tradition of stone burial mounds, monumental constructions. Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I would love to see one of those in person. Guys, I mean, it really is just like a big, slightly like thin stone, but it's pretty cool. It's got like some neat design work on it. Yeah, the horizontal stripes along its body resembles the layering of sediments and rock formations. Yeah, I could guess that. The vessel on Ting-Lu's head is based on a ding, an ancient Chinese cauldron that served as a symbol of imperial authority. Oh, it looks identical
that's cool.
to the ding. Holy cow. Like, I see the thing and I'm like, ding, 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 we found it. yeah, they're identical.
Yeah.
That's so cool, actually. Prehistoric ancient Chinese cauldron standing upon legs with a lid and two fancy facing handles.
Fancy?
Fancy
They
facing
use the word
handles.
fancy?
Yeah.
Huh, okay. That's Wikipedia.
Yep. The deer and ding elements together may be chosen in reference to the pair of phrases to inquire about the cauldron. Okay, I'm not.
Is this a Chinese thing?
It is.
It's like it makes more sense in China.
It makes more sense in Chinese. It's like wending to inquire about the cauldron, and Zulu to hunt for deer. Both of which connotes the vying for supremacy and aspirations for the throne.
That's cool.
That is pretty cool.
Dang it.
Dang, that's cool.
Yeah, okay.
Man.
That's probably what Qian Pao's was too. I don't remember Qian Pao's thing, but it was probably some cool reference like that.
It was. I remember us spending a decent amount of time in the trivia.
Is Qian Pao in China also Qian Pao? Like, do they keep their names in the
You know
Chinese
what?
localization?
They might. I'm gonna have to Google it from somewhere else. Cerebi only gives me Japan, which is Din-Lu, French, which is Ding-Lu, German, which is Ding-Lu, and then Korean, it just has it in Korean, so I can't read it.
I'm gonna guess it's like Ting-Lu or something.
In Chinese, Ting-Lu's name is written as Ting-Lu.
Cool.
That's according to Google AI. I'm just gonna trust them.
Yeah.
I don't always
AI's
trust
never
them.
wrong.
This time, I'm just gonna trust them. AI. We've talked about AI recently, actually. We don't need to go off on this. Only ethical AI here on the channel, which we don't use AI in any way, shape, or form on the channel. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
But we do like to use AI to have fun sometimes.
Yes.
That's ethical AI. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this sandwich. We should get pub sub. No, we shouldn't. No spending money. We don't use the money. Ting-Lu and the other treasures of ruin may be based on the four perils of Chinese mythology. Specifically, Ting-Lu may be based on Tao Tai, I think, a gluttonous beast that is conveniently used by 11th century Chinese antiquarians to name the common beast. So many words. To name the common beast face motif in ancient bronze vessels, as well as King Kui.
I think this Q makes like a chi sound, so I think it's like Chong Chi. Maybe that's my best bet. Okay.
I've heard people pronounce the Marvel hero Shang-Chi as Chong-Chi before. I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know enough about the Chinese language or Mandarin.
which is sometimes depicted as a man-eating deer or bovine. Given that Paldea, the region where it became a ruinous Pokemon, is based on the Iberian Peninsula, the body shape of Ting-Lu may also take inspiration from zoomorphic Iberian sculptures. Specifically, Viraco sculptures are commonly found in northwestern Iberia. Viraco sculptures, let's take a look at that. Oh, come on. I could carve that out of stone.
Maybe they're like withered though, or like eroded a little bit.
They could be eroded a little bit, and I could just be being mean. But they're granite megalithic monuments, sculptures of animals as found in the west of the Iberian Meseta. Yeah, I mean, you've probably on the internet seen some of these before. There's one in particular, like on a stand, that I've definitely seen before. I don't know where or how, but I have. I'm going to reread this sentence from the beginning, or else it won't make sense. Specifically, Viraco sculptures are commonly found in northwestern Iberia, which corresponds to the in-game location of Ting-Lu and the Ground Blight Shrine.
Okay.
That's cool. No. Ting-Lu, like if you look at Paldea and you look at the Iberian Peninsula, the same place you can find these sculptures. Yeah, you can find Ting-Lu.
That is cool.
I like that.
I haven't gotten any of them in my playthrough of the game.
I'm sure you've pulled out some of their keys.
Yeah, I pulled out the keys. And I'm like, huh. Okay.
Yeah.
I've like looked up online where to find the keys, and I've gone to the place. And I'm like, I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to find this.
You must have. Oh well, you just have to go to the place where the internet says the keys are.
Yeah, and then I go there, but I'm like, that's not a key here, and I haven't been here before and pulled out a key.
Well, you probably went there and pulled out a key. You just forgot.
No, I didn't.
Joking, you've been playing this game for 2 years and haven't beat it.
No, but back when I even bothered trying, I never pulled out a key before. I started pulling out keys. I was like, oh, while I'm pulling out keys, might as well look up where the keys are. And then I was going around. I was like, this is not where I thought it was.
That's funny.
Too many keys. Too many damned keys on that very samey...
Yeah, there are a lot of keys. Huh?
Very samey landscape.
I'm really looking forward to Pokemon Legends ZA because that city is going to be so unique. It's going to be so
glad they're limiting
full
themselves.
Of stuff.
I'm so glad they're limiting themselves to a city where they don't have to have rolling fields of boring.
It's going to be GTA Pokemon.
Yeah.
I even watched a Lox and a Noggin video recently about how certain you've been playing the Yakuza games. The Yakuza games take place over like five city blocks, and like it never feels boring. It never feels like there's not enough to do.
Yeah, they really cram it full. But exactly. I don't think Pokemon's gonna cram the city like that.
Why not?
They're gonna have like a batting cage. They're gonna have like a mahjong parlor. They're
gonna do. I guess you are a little bit more limited if it's Pokemon.
What do you call it? There's so much in those string games. I'm only on Yakuza 0, and it's just ridiculous. I'll see like they have like little track cars. What are those little cars you can build and then race on a track? Oh, that's like a minigame. I'll be like, what the heck? When does this come into play?
What the heck are those little
box cars?
Yeah, no, box cars I think
are big.
I think they're bigger. Yeah, I can't remember.
Crazy. There's so much to do in Yakuza.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying though. Lox and Noggin is going on and on about like we will have a lot to do in this one city. We don't need an entire region to explore. And I totally agree with that. The open landscapes in Pokemon Legends Arceus, great. They felt full. The Pokemon were spread out in a really nice way. There wasn't just like 4 Palmies and a Palmont standing somewhere, or a Palmo rather. Oh gosh, I hated that. Looking back on that, I really don't like just driving through empty landscape and all of a sudden pop, Shinxes and Luxios, pop, Palmies and Palmos.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's so bad.
I want fewer Pokemon, but like make them make more sense.
Yeah, I think we're probably just going to have the Kalos Pokedex and probably whatever new Pokemon they add or regional forms or whatever.
There's like a Gyarados in the water.
Yeah, I'm saying the Kalos Pokedex, not just the Kalos Pokemon. Okay. All right, guys, sorry. We got just one little part of this trivia left. Ting-Lu and Din-Lu, the Japanese name, may be a combination of Ding, which is the cauldron, and Lu, which is Chinese for deer. The English name is formatted in Wade-Giles, a romanization system used in the Anglosphere for most of the 20th century.
That's what it's called? The thing where we like spell like a Q-I-O? Like Ting, like we romanize like the Chinese characters.
I guess.
It's like Romanji or whatever.
I also thought it was referring to the dash because Wade Giles has the dash in the middle. And none of the other names have the dash.
Oh.
Even in Chinese.
Qian Pao doesn't have the dash?
No. None of the other names in other languages have a dash. Like Ting-Lu, there's no dash. I think just in English, the romanization system.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It includes that sort of stuff. But I'm kind of just ass pulling. Oh, I'm pulling. I don't know.
Just like you pulled that egg out the other day.
Oh my gosh! Remember when I pulled the 2 eggs out of my ass?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Want to see me do it again?
And we wonder why the egg prices are so high.
Hey, I'm trying to cheapen them. Here, have an egg.
It's a living.
Didn't even wash it first.
And? All the good bacteria is on the outside of the egg.
The good bacteria.
Yeah, well, it's like in Europe they don't really need to refrigerate their eggs. It's because in America we like
what?
I don't know if it's not pasteurization. We remove all the bacteria on the outside of the egg.
Wait, the stuff that wait.
All right, when a chicken lays the egg, there's a protective layer there's like a protective coating and good bacteria on the outside.
Uh-huh.
So you don't have to refrigerate the egg when it's fresh. Once you clean it, in America we clean our eggs first. We remove the protective layer, and then
Why do we remove the protective layer?
Because we're America and we have to do that, or else people will die. Just looks over at Europe where people aren't dying. You don't understand. We have to do all these things to our food. There's no proof that Red 40 is bad, guys.
They're banning Red 40 at least.
I think there's still like reds that are available. Is it Red 40 that's getting banned?
I think so. Actually, it's Coral Blue number.
Coral Blue.
The SpongeBob reference.
Oh.
If only Aaron was here.
Aaron would get that SpongeBob.
Oh, absolutely he would.
Good for him.
Audience
would probably also get it.
Yeah.
I'm just forgetful.
Audience, comment down below if you love SpongeBob. All right, for merch, there's nothing for Ting-Lu. It's all Pokemon cards.
This is going to be an F tier, probably.
It is. The only piece of Ting-Lu merch that I would actually call merch is this mini portfolio that I think I actually own with the ruinous Treasures of Ruin on it. Actually, hold on, Jokum. Vamp.
Well, Frank's a friggin' liar.
I am a freaking liar. I'm sorry for lying to you guys. But
He doesn't
Jokum,
own it.
this is F tier representation. I was really hoping to at least see a plush.
Jeez.
Wait a minute. Qian Pao has a plush.
Well, Qian Pao looks cooler than Ting-Lu.
But what about the #1 Ting-Lu fan out there? Yeah, look at this. Qian Pao has a plush. Does the goldfish have a plush? What's the goldfish's name, Jokum?
Do I have to look that up?
No, I know Wo Chien, so I'm just going to look up Wo Chien. Gosh, I don't want to spoil the Wo Chien episode, but he's not even in any of the TCG stuff. He literally just has the mini portfolio.
What?
For merch.
That's
the snail.
Have we done Wo Chien yet?
No.
We haven't done Wo Chien? I feel like we've talked about Wo Chien. Were we only talking about Wo Chien because of Qian Pao?
Yeah. And
we must have talked about Wo Chien.
We haven't. We have not done a Wo Chien episode.
Oh my gosh.
And then Chi Yu also has no merch. Ting-Lu has more merch than Wo Chien and Chi Yu. And then Qian Pao has the most because he has an actual plushie.
Yeah, because he's a cat.
He's a cat.
He's way more marketable than the others.
He's just snow that looks like a cat.
Yeah. But like, again, 2D women are just pixels that look like a woman.
You're so right. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely F tier representation. Jokum, does that mean it's your part of the show?
Yeah, this is my part. Usually I'm really excited for this part where I look up the Pokemon's name until something lewd comes up.
On Google Images. Because a surprising amount of Google image results for certain Pokemon, cough cough, Gardevoir, Lopunny, will be sexual. What the heck?
Turns out looking up Ting-Lu, a lot of just...
Oh no.
Why?
It's just
Chinese
so
people?
funny. There's just pictures of Chinese people named Ting-Lu everywhere.
All right, I'm looking up Ting-Lu Pokemon. I have to. So we don't just get people from China padding it out.
Oh, it's so good.
All right, here we go.
That's really funny.
All right, Ting-Lu. Okay, his art. There's one art where he's like walking away. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Ting-Lu looks kind of dopey in his 3D model like they all do, but then you see him in 2D and you're like, okay, maybe he's not that bad. Yeah, like that art's pretty cool.
There's one where he's like, the image isn't loading. Oh, there it is.
It's like TCG cards. We're looking at TCG cards.
Around.
He's not that bad. All right. I can like any Pokemon if given enough time around them, but those figures are sick.
Well, the Wo-Chien's kind of boring.
Okay, yeah, wait a minute. You have Chien Pao standing on a rock, ice going everywhere. Chi-Yu, fire flaring behind him. Ting-Lu, he's on top of this broken earth, and he's making a steam coming out. Wo-Chien is just sitting there. There's nothing's flying around him. He's not on anything.
Are you sure we've never done a Wo-Chien episode?
I am so positive.
If Frank is wrong,
I'm not wrong.
His eyes out. That's crazy.
My eyes will remain ungouged. Oh, we're gonna talk about gouging fire eventually. All right, guys, we're gonna do a few cuts really quick. We'll be right back. Ting-Lu, wait, guys, we found a Ting-Lu Minecraft skin.
Okay, that's a stretch. I mean, it's
so
definitely Ting-Lu,
funny.
but I'm like,
yeah, I can't even describe what this looks like. That is so weird.
I want to play me some Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm getting the Minecraft itch again for sure.
What are we doing here?
Yeah,
let's go
come
play
on.
Skyblock.
All right, guys, we found nothing. But
I'm gonna see. Okay, I have a theory that there is not a single bit of Ting-Lu lewd.
There's no lewd Ting-Lu, nothing
so I'm
fetishy.
sacrificing myself, and I'm looking up Ting-Lu Rule 34.
I'm sorry, guys, but it must be done.
Yeah, no, that exists.
No freaking way. Is there like how many?
Okay, I'll go to the actual website, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But no, 1, 2, 3 of them are all the same image. So there are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 unique images of Ting-Lu.
That's insane. How is that possible? Who did this?
Oh my.
Okay, just get out of there, Joachim. Get out of there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, those are 4 unique.
Joachim, you look horrified.
Gosh, Mr. Hands moment.
No, but Mr. Hands moment. I don't get the implication.
Yeah. All
right. Hey, listen to the music, guys. Whoa.
This is the part of the show where the boys discuss how edible the pocket monsters that we focused on won't belong. Turn up and come along to the segment of the show.
Hey everybody, what do you think it'd be like to marry this thing?
Oh boy. And
it's
eat
dirt.
it. And kill it.
And kill it. First, I think I know how edible's gonna go.
Yeah.
But wettable.
Yeah, I mean it's just a big bowl.
It's a big.
Dang it. My big bowl wife.
I think this is I think it's a 1.
Yeah.
It's just a big pile of dirt.
It doesn't have.
It's a bowl.
Even if it didn't look like a moose or a bull or whatever, it still doesn't have a proper mouth. It walks on all fours. It is one of the most, even though it's not an animal, one of the most animal-y Pokemon we've done yet.
It's also destructive. I don't want any of that. No,
full
it's a 1.
Hate.
It's full of hate. No, this is an easy 1 for me. I'm not doing any.
I'm wondering, do we ever go lower than
holes? 1? I think it's a 1 to 10. I think 1 is like the lowest.
Yeah,
1 is like inedible. Well, I mean, not edible. Yeah. Like Garbodor was probably a 1.
Yeah,
right?
I hope so.
So this is like in a similar way. It's a 1. It's a 1. It's nothing. It's got no empathy, no physical touch. I mean, where's the holes? You know?
Exactly. I need a hole to kiss?
Yes. Yeah, no. And Gajinka turning this
she's evil.
She's terrible.
She's so hateful. She yells and screams at you. She throws things. She breaks your stuff.
Yeah, no. Get her
She's
out of
dirty.
here.
She's literally covered in like a layer of dirt. And she stinks. And all she does is carry around this big bowl.
Okay, sure. I guess that would be a Gajinka, right? She'd wear like a bull hat or something.
Oh yeah, maybe it's like represented as like a hat, like a backpack or something.
Yeah. No, get her out of here.
Yeah, she's a terrible person.
Frank, you're gonna hate how short this is, but edible. How would it be to eat her? Because at this point it's just an it.
It's You know what? We never did talk about how tall Ting-Lu is.
Yeah, that wasn't even a factor in how wettable this monster
But
is.
he is genderless.
Okay,
they are genderless. How tall do you think this bowl is with dirt?
Pretty tall. 7 feet?
Taller.
8 feet.
Taller.
10 feet.
No.
Oh, 9
8'10".
Okay.
So almost 9 feet tall.
Wow.
You could comfortably sit in that bowl, I think.
Ooh, maybe that. No, I'm kidding. I was gonna say
Wait, what?
maybe that raises the wettability.
1.1.
No, it's a 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, maybe 1.1 because it's not a pile of garbage.
Well, no, she wouldn't let you sit.
Oh,
it's basically a pile of
Garbodor
garbage.
is at least like nice.
Yeah, Garbodor at least wants to love you.
Yeah.
It's just unlovable. I love Garbodor, but not carnally.
Garbodor. Yeah, I always call it Garbodor, but I guess it's Garbodor.
I always said
because it's
Garbodor.
garbage and odor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We had this conversation in the first
Oh
episode.
my gosh. Wow. How long ago was that now?
Months? We've had well over 50 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
50 weeks? How many weeks are in a year? 52.
Yeah. Are we almost at the 1 year? Wait, we would have passed the 1 year anniversary.
Holy crap.
Wait a minute. Guys, did we pass our 1 year anniversary with no fanfare? Aw, wait a minute. The first episode came out March 6th. It's the 8th. Wait a minute, but this would have been the first episode since it's been a year.
No, last episode would have been the first episode.
Oh, wait, yeah, because we were bulk recording. Dang it. We didn't call it out last episode. I wasn't even thinking about... If you would have asked me how many months I thought it's been, I would have said like 7.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy that we've been doing this for a year already. Aw, guys,
Wow.
please rate this 5 stars. Comment down below your favorite episode. And I love you. Thank you for listening.
I love you personally. You listening.
Don't worry, Brandon. I'm talking about you.
No,
Yeah.
let's call out Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan needs to be called out. That's true.
Our number one.
Our number one supporter. He freaking listens to every episode, sometimes multiple comments. Dude,
you're the
rock.
reason to go on.
You are like our biggest supporter. Thank you so much. I hope you keep listening.
Let's eat the moose.
Let's eat the dirt.
No, it's inedible.
So, again, bringing up Norway, I got to try moose for the first time in Norway, and it was delicious.
This is the shape of a moose.
This is not a real moose.
This is when Squidward ate all that garbage. And it's not at all that. But
What?
Squidward thought he was eating the Krabby Patty, but it was garbage. You're thinking you're eating moose, but it's dirt.
But it's garbage. Oh, no. I think he ate the garbage to get the Krabby Patty.
Well, no, he saw the Krabby Patty on top of the garbage, and he just started scarfing his face down. He realized he accidentally ate everything.
He ate around.
It's one of those rancid freaking moments of SpongeBob.
Oh my gosh, it's so good though.
Anyways, no,
yes,
it's dirt.
It's all dirt.
It's
you
one.
can't eat dirt, and you can't eat a
bowl.
bowl, a metal bowl.
It's a one.
Unfortunately,
Completely
yes,
inedible.
we can't talk about different ways to cook it or how to eat it. We just gotta move on.
Yeah.
Deadable.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Not barehanded.
But it's slow.
But what are you going to do to it? Its defenses are ridiculous.
You don't think swinging that bat, you can break the dirt apart? Because I get it.
I think that's going to take us. I think that's going to take a while.
I think the bowl is borderline indestructible.
Yeah.
Especially with a metal bat.
But if we can break apart its body, maybe.
Yeah, but then again, wouldn't it just raise more dirt back up to replenish itself?
I'd imagine it might be able to. The only thing I can think of is just keep eroding its dirt, break its dirt legs down, and then keep running, and hope it doesn't use like a fissure or anything.
Fissure does miss a lot.
Oh, it's like what, 50-50?
No, it's 30.
It's 30.
It's a one-hit KO
Fissure
move.
is Fissure is then sheer cold.
Yeah,
or like
sheer cold,
the
guillotine, and horn.
But sheer cold was the same. Like Fissure was Groudon, and then sheer cold was Kyogre, right?
I think they existed before those Pokemon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Articuno learned sheer cold. I think Lapras learned sheer cold.
Okay, I just assumed that was like. Okay,
Why would sheer cold be Kyogre's thing?
I don't know. I only remember ever because I never played with a Lapras or an Articuno, right? And then I got Kyogre and it got it through level up, and I was like, oh, sheer cold.
Kyogre gets sheer cold through level up?
I'm pretty sure my Kyogre always had sheer cold.
Back in
Because young Joe was like, wow, what a great move.
yeah, it just misses all the time. This was back in Ruby and Sapphire?
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, I'm going to look this up because I'm insanely... I never knew Kyogre could get this through level up. Let's see. My gosh. Pokemon movesets back in the day were garbage. Yeah, it gets not only Ice Beam, but Sheer Cold through level up.
Yes. What type is it?
Sheer Cold?
No, Kyogre.
Water.
It's solo water?
Solo water.
What type is Groudon?
Solo ground. But upon primal reversion, Groudon becomes ground and fire, and Kyogre is still just water.
That's disgusting.
Is it disgusting?
Yeah, no, they could have done something cooler with it.
What would they have done?
Just made regular base Groudon fire and ground.
Well, yes.
Because he looks like a fire and
I
ground
thought you
lizard.
meant what would they do to Kyogre?
Something more than water. Ice?
What?
Water and ice?
Okay, yeah.
Because he knows
I
ice
guess.
moves.
He does already get... Yeah, Ice Beam is like a very popular move to put on a Kyogre. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, maybe Water Ice would have been cool, but... Anyway, I think if we can... I mean, the pot's already cracked. The vessel is already cracked. Could we continue that crack?
I think it's cracked through years, thousands of years of
but that
wear
means
and
it's
tear.
already been weakened a little, right? It already has structural damage. What if there were just hairline little fractures? Just
I don't think I'm breaking the hairline fractures with a metal bat. And if I'm getting up close to its head, where it attacks from...
where it has its horns?
Yeah, it's going to just move its head and completely
It's
annihilate me.
It's gonna be like in that scene in the Thor movie where he just puts his hammer on Loki's chest and then he can't get up. Ting-Lu's just gonna put his giant head on us and we won't be able to move.
All he has to do is use like a fraction of his weight and he'll just crush us.
A fraction of my power.
I think barehanded there's a 0% chance. With a steel bat, there is a 1% chance.
I can just imagine myself running up to him barehanded and just digging at his dirt body, and my hands and fingers will come back bloody.
It's not because I don't think it's compacted. It's not dirt. It's like
right.
the side of a mountain.
Yeah,
I mean not like granite, but like the side of the Grand Canyon or something.
Right. Now I'm just imagining digging at it and pulling my fingernails back.
Oh, I hate the feeling of nails going back.
Yep, that's bad.
It aches.
But.
You think you have a higher than 1% chance with a metal bat?
Yes, absolutely. I think all I have to do, sweep the legs, and then as I'm the front legs.
I don't think you're getting his legs out.
I'm sweeping the front legs.
Yeah.
I'm coming back up in one solid motion. Whoomp, and then I'm just, as soon as my arms are back in the air, whoomp, down on that bowl as hard as I can. It's going to be like when Thor hit Captain America's shield in the first Avengers movie. It's going to go boom.
Okay, let's look at those legs that you're sweeping. You're not sweeping those legs out from under it.
It's just dirt. It's rocky dirt.
I don't think it's like dirt. It's sedimentary rock.
Yes, Jokum. If I went to, all those Tennessee and Georgian mountains or whatever where we drive by when we go on vacation. We go on vacation together all the time. I could just imagine taking a metal bat, smacking into that, and it would crack apart. Stuff would fall off. I'm not saying
let's literally bring a steel bat next time we go up.
Okay, I would absolutely do that. I'll make it into a YouTube short.
No, you are not. Guys, comment below how deranged Frank is.
I'm not saying I'm going to destroy his legs. I'm saying I can crack that, put cracks in him, he'll fall onto them. Then while he's down, he's recovering.
You also have to be in front of him
while he's flinching, I bring my bat back up, smash it right into the crack.
You can do that to a regular bull.
A regular bull is going to be faster than Ting-Lu.
Okay. Put a giant bowl on a regular bull's head. I don't think you're doing that to him.
Well, hey, I think I can do it. I give myself, with a metal bat, a 3% chance to kill the... I mean, what would you give yourself with a metal bat? A 0 again?
I'm gonna run around him and keep whacking at him over time, just chipping away. It's not a one-time thing. I'm trying to stay
But you have to attack the bowl because he's just going to keep regenerating.
Do we know that he regenerates that very quickly? Because he can still faint. So it's not like, his health regenerates.
Yeah, but what if that's because the bowl took damage?
All right, I'll just keep running around whacking his bowl with the thing.
What % chance do you give yourself?
1%. Because I don't think the bowl's cracking.
I give myself a 3%.
All right.
You know what? 4% chance.
Have fun dying.
I won't. I'll live. and Ting-Lu will be dead.
No, you'll have 4% does not mean you'll live.
It's not a zero.
Definitely die.
Not a 0% chance.
If I had a 96% chance of dying, that is a 100% chance of dying to me.
And then, are we doing prep time? What would you do for prep time?
Oh, yeah, prep time I could kill it.
How so?
This is tough. Probably as boring
a gun,
as a shotgun. It would be a shotgun.
A shotgun would do nothing against a bull.
Yeah, I think it would do against the bull. Okay, I have a shotgun, and then
this is a bull made of solid.
The shotgun,
steel.
I would have buckshot in the shotgun. I would keep shooting its legs until I take all of that out. Now its bowl is on the ground. I'm going to start shooting its face in case it has like not the bull face, but the dirt face. And the face until it's like obliterated, and I can't like shoot out anything in case it has a mouth move. And then now that I have the bowl on its own, I bring out that steel bat. No, I bring out a crowbar and I start wrenching against that crack, and I see if I can crack it in half.
I don't think that's how that's gonna work. The bowl's not just gonna sit there and let that happen.
What does the bowl do?
It's gonna form more dirt to like rip your face off.
All right, I keep shooting it.
I would get one of those ginormous machines that has a giant spinning blade on the end of it, and I would cut through the bowl.
Our definitions of prep time is different. You can't get that.
I can. I just have to rent it from a place.
They're not going to let you do that. And how are you going to get the bull to stand under that?
He's slow.
Moose.
He's slow.
See, he'll slowly walk away from the giant machine.
No, but the machine can move.
Then what happens if he charges it?
So?
He's like,
the blade will still come down on him.
He has a fissure that can like just break.
It's gonna miss.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's gonna miss. Well, what's he gonna do? Use ruination and take down half my HP? Oh no.
That's a good point. He'll just keep taking away half your life.
I think with prep time,
what do you think your HP is? 100?
Yeah.
100? Okay, so it'll get you down to 50, then 25, then 12. Does it round down or does it... Okay, does it... I'm trying to remember the JavaScript function for... Does it round up or down?
Does Pokemon use Java?
No. I'm just trying to think of what they call it. Rounding... In Java, I think round moves it up, and then there's another one that moves it down. Right? 12.5, I think when you use JavaScript, not Java. JavaScript would round it up to 13.
In math, you round up.
Yeah, but unless it's like 12.4.
Yeah, it's 12.5.
Then it would 12. Yeah, but no, at 12.4 you'd be rounded down. But I think I'm literally just trying to think of the function.
Oh,
there's a function.
Wait, that's right. No, hold on. In math, if it was 4 and lower, you round down. Yeah. If it was 5 and above, you round up.
So I don't know what functions they use to either round up or down. Sometimes it is just if it is a 12.1, it rounds up. But other times they use actual mathematical rounding, which is below 12.5, you round it down, or below 0.5, you round it down.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm
literally just trying to see how many hits you can take before you're at 1.
Before my life is gone.
Yeah. Probably be a 50. No, down to 50, then to a 25, then to a 12. Let's say it goes down. It's a 12. Instead of a 12.5, it's 12. Yeah. Right? So then you're at a 6. Then you're at a 3. Then a 1. Because it's not going to be 1.5.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you're dead.
And then I'm dead. So that's what, 6 hits I can take of ruination? I can kill this thing so easy.
All right. Yeah. Okay. The point of prep time is it's if you think you can get that and you can get him to do that, sure thing.
All right, guys. What time do we hit, Jokum? Where are we at? Yeah. I'm curious. We might be okay.
The hell?
What?
How do we get over an hour of this?
I don't know. Trivia took up a lot of time.
I guess.
I'm hoping after we do our cuts, we will still be over an hour because I love being over an hour. But guys, if you did enjoy this episode of the podcast, please like and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, and if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, rate 5 stars. Still comment. I would love to hear your opinions on this podcast. And if you want more Pokemon content, go to my YouTube channel, Let's Be Frank, where I talk about Pokemon all the time. It's my favorite thing to talk about, but that's not all I do on the channel. I like to talk about weird... Why are you playing music?
I was trying to see if we ever did Wo Chien before.
We haven't, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we haven't. I can tell you that much because it's not in this list.
That's not all I do on the channel. I talk about Weird and Wild Creatures cards. I cook. I talk about Legos. And if you want more Joachim content, him and I also have a series on the channel called Taboo Foods. We cook really strange and odd foods. Hey, speaking of this moose bull-like creature, we have cooked bull testicles before, and other less weird things like, just a cuttlefish. To us, cuttlefish is totally normal, but some people look at a cuttlefish and are like, ew, I'll never eat that. So with all that being said, guys, once again, thank you so very much for listening. This has been your
Certified Pokey Moment.
Go to my YouTube channel.